Okay, so I was at the gym today, and while I was at the gym, I had a thought, and that thought was you can tell how much somebody. Nope, that's not what the thought was. The thought was you can tell what somebody thinks about themselves based on their habits or how much they love themselves based on their habits. You might be like, that don't make sense, but it does. And I'm going to explain how. So think about your habits, your good ones, your beneficial ones, your not so beneficial ones, all of them. And think about how they serve you. And then kind of erase your mind and think about how you truly feel about yourself. And think about how those two connect. What habits do you have that you use to maybe escape how you feel about yourself? What things do you consume that might not be good for your body? And then are in some sort of way a self fulfilling prophecy, right? So this is kind of, as y'all know, I go to the gym, muscles, mental health, kind of my jam. And I was running. Well, it was an interesting day because I haven't been feeling 100%. So I was running today and just thinking about what I was going to eat when I got out the gym because your girl be hungry. And it made me think about the habits that I've had in the years past. Excuse me. The habits that I've had in the years past and the way that I felt about myself also. Because from where I sit, my point of view is that if you truly love yourself, you're going to do things that are good for you, right? As a parent, I love my kids, so I'm not just going to let them eat sugar. I'm not just going to let them watch whatever, right? Because it's not appropriate or those aren't things that I want in their mind. And the same goes for me and how I treat my body. What things are you consuming? And I don't just mean the things that you're eating, though, yes, that's important also, but like, what are you watching on TV? What are you listening to? What are you reading? What are you doing in your free time? Are you using your free time to disassociate, to get drunk or high or something else so that you don't have to feel? Or are you spending time with yourself and people you care about and actually allowing yourself to be present? Because the thing is, if we're not allowing ourselves to be present, then there's usually a reason. And that reason could be tied up in anxiety, and it could be tied up in how folks perceive us and how we think we're supposed to be. And it could be tied up in all sorts of things. But generally, it has a lot to do with anxiety and being the person that we think we're supposed to be for others, as opposed to the person that we actually want to be. So, as we get ready to go into this new year, whether you're an individual who makes New Year's resolutions or not, and there's nothing wrong with that, and there's also a new moon coming on Sunday. Take some time to reflect on the habits that you have and maybe one or two habits that you really want to change or really want to adopt coming into the new year or at this time in your life. And for me, that's like, okay, I want to be more consistent with some of the habits that I already have, right? Whether it's the eating, how I eat, or how I move my body. Like, these are things I want to be more consistent in. And so I encourage you to do the same. Just take some time and think about, like, what habits do I have that are maybe detrimental to me, that are maybe not serving me, that are maybe holding me back, and what habits can I add to help me be the version of myself that I desire to be. Because it's not about what others think about you or what others tell you you're supposed to be. It's about what you think about you. And going back to that self love piece, are the habits that you're currently engaging in saying that you love yourself? Would you let a child do the things that you're engaging in? Or are we just using habits to escape from the BS that is the dumpster fire that is kind of earth right now? That feels what we think is a dumpster fire, right? Because everything has a purpose and everything's working out for a greater good. Um, so yeah, that's my little tidbit for today is that your habits are a direct reflection of how you feel about yourself. And if you want to feel better about yourself, change your habits and then watch your perception start to change. And if you would have told me this a year ago, I'd be like, yeah, but not everybody has the same 24 hours in a day. Yeah, but not everybody can work their dream job or do this or do that. And also, why not? Why can't you find ways to move your body? Why can't you find ways to feed yourself healthier alternatives to things? And no, it's not always easy. And no, it's not like, oh, we're just going to up and completely change our lives or shifts our lives. But one thing I tell my clients is add in a healthy habit, add in something, or even one thing that I've always heard in regards to eating is just add protein for now. Add in some protein before we take things away. And we even, going to coping skills, one thing we as clinicians keep in mind and that supervisors and such say is always you can't get rid of folks' only coping skills, whether it's like drinking, drugs, self deprecation, self sabotage. You can't get rid of their only coping skill and expect them to be okay. You have to introduce new coping skills. And even if you still sometimes fall into those maybe unhealthy coping skills, that's okay. Dust yourself off, get up, and try again. So yes, I hope you do love yourself, and I hope your habits reflect that you love yourself. And if you need help forming new habits, feel free to DM me on Instagram, or reach out to me because I do have some availability currently for clients. And also, I have tons of resources. Um, so, yeah, if anything I said resonated with you or helped you, feel free to tip me. My Venmo and Cash App are in the description, and feel free to ask any questions or feel free to let me know other things that you guys would like me to speak on. My name is Rachel, and I hope you guys all have a great day.